So after so long, we are doing this linkers meeting, and especially with the Oracle Hyderabad Toastmasters Club, and we are really excited and looking forward for the meeting. So here I can see on offline, we have guest Pooja. Pooja, would you like to introduce yourself and share your expectation for the today's meeting?
Okay. Pooja Shivani, Satellite Engineer at Oracle. Also, I'm Google's Women Techmakers Ambassador, public speaker. I'm a guest lecturer at Manipal University, Jaipur. Today's expectation from my this meet is to learn about new topics. Yeah, that is all, and have fun.
That's great. Yeah, really. Online, anyone who joined Toastmaster for the first time and who's a non-Toastmaster, would you like to unmute and introduce yourself? Yeah, Jitendra. Jitendra, would you like to unmute yourself?
Yeah, hi Shailu. So yeah, I've been quite I repeatedly joined Toastmaster as a guest. Every time whenever I join this session, it's very fruitful for me. So definitely in today's session also, I'm expecting a very fruitful session where we can get to know different people's perspective on different subject. So looking forward to that. Yeah.
Definitely, and we love to have you here again and again. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you.
Shilpa, would you like to unmute yourself?
Sure. Hi, everyone. Good afternoon. I am Shilpa. I'm from Software Asset Management from Oracle Cerner. This is the first time I'm attending this session. I really don't know anything about it. Looking forward to learn.
Definitely, Shilpa. We are here to help you and navigate you through the meeting. Thank you so much for coming. Anyone else who joined as a guest?
Hey, I can go. Hey, myself, Rahul. Yeah. Hi everyone. Good afternoon. Yeah, I'm also like a Shilpa. Like I am the joining this meeting for the first time as a guest, and my aim is to learn the things about everything about the Toastmaster, and have a fun and learn the new things. Yeah.
Definitely, we are here to help you out. Thank you so much for.
Thank you.
Anyone else? Renu Shivam. Sorry, I can't recognize you if you are from Hyderabad team. Shiva.
Yeah, hello.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm a Toastmaster member.
Okay, that's great. That's great. Thank you for coming today. Renu.
Hi everyone, good evening. I'm from Oracle Hyderabad Toastmasters.
That's great. That's great. We welcome you to our today's meeting. Thank you so much for joining. So as you all are here, and for the benefit of guests, I would like to tell you what is Toastmasters. Toastmasters is a platform where we learn public speaking and the leadership skills. It started in the year 1904 by Dr. Ralph C. Smedley, who was the education director at a YMCA University, Illinois. He started with a dinner meeting with the young men. He found that there's a gap among the young men in the field of public speaking and the leadership. So initially started with a young man at men's, and later in 1924 it got officially chartered as a Toastmasters International. And today in the year 2024 we are celebrating 100 years of the Toastmasters International. So give a huge round of applause for that. And today Toastmasters Club is present across 179 plus countries. We have approx 3 lakhs members and 15,000 clubs across the globe. And here we are Oracle. We are part of Oracle Tech Hub Trailblazers Toastmasters Club, and the other team which is joining today with us, they are from the Oracle Hyderabad Toastmasters Club. And today we are having a joint meeting which we call as the Linkers meeting. So before going further, we have certain agenda for the meeting, so that I would like our Toastmaster of the day to take care of that. He is one of our passionate and one of the most active member of the Toastmasters Club. He never failed us and he was always ahead to take up the role. If our meeting starts at 3 and if I ask him, Ravindra, can you take the role of TMOD at 2:59 also, he's always ready to take it. So please give a huge round of applause for such a phenomenal person and I welcome Toastmaster Ravindra on stage. And I formally announce this meeting as open. Over to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Shailu, for your energetic introduction in addressing and start of the meeting. So my name is Ravindra and I will be the Toastmaster of the day for today's meeting or host for today's meeting. So first of all, I would like to wish you all happy Holi.
Happy Holi.
Happy Holi and yeah, Holi is a colorful festival of India. So, but my theme is not Holi because it is reserved for our Toastmaster Barnali for the table topics. Okay. So my theme is before I tell about my theme. And today's meeting agenda is first we will have a speeches. We have 2 speeches lined up. Exciting. It was my favorite. Speeches are my favorite, and also we'll follow. Next, we'll come up with table topics, and last we will have evaluations. So for today's meeting, for today's theme is BlackBerry. So the rise and fall of BlackBerry. So anyone in the session, anyone in the room, or anyone in the today's meeting know about BlackBerry, or anyone who owned BlackBerry earlier? Okay. Yeah.
Just too poor to own BlackBerry.
Yeah, I was thinking it was only posh people, or it's expensive to own. Yeah. Mainly it was used in US and also in the initial early days of 2000, it was used in US by corporate and many business people, and also big people like Barack Obama was using, and Hollywood people were using. So when I was using Nokia in the year 2007, a small handset, so I was hearing about this BlackBerry. What was BlackBerry? So I was thinking it was an expensive product and only rich people can own that. So yeah, it's same like equal to the maybe price of iPhone. So so BlackBerry limit it is formal. It was the first smartphone mobile introduced in Canada, started by Canadian business person. So it was used in businesses, government organizations because of its focus on security. So mostly it was focusing on the security. And the BlackBerry devices were known for their strong encryption and social secure email capabilities. So making them popular choice for handling sensitive business communications. So formally, BlackBerry was initially named as Research in Motion Company. It's a Canadian software company specializing in cyber security. It was founded in 1984. It developed initially interactive pagers, smartphones, and tablets. It was Research in Motion Limited was founded in 1984 by Mike Lazaridis and Douglas Frayne, and with co-CEO Jim Balsillie. So it has a lot of features. It has a lot of features such as physical keyboard and efficient email integration, made BlackBerry devices well suited for professional use. So also BlackBerry Messenger BBM service also offered a secure and convenient way for professionals to communicate with other organizations. These factors contributed to BlackBerry's popularity in the business world. So just once it became popular, it suddenly went downfall. So before I discuss further on that, I want to introduce for the next agenda of the meeting. So I would like to introduce our general evaluator, Toastmaster Narayanan. So Toastmaster Narayanan is a trailblazer for 7 years, former club president, former area director, club coach and mentor, a strong believer of that fact that effective communication can impact lives. He's an avid reader and writer. So I would like to welcome Toastmaster Narayanan.
Ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. I will be the GE for today's session. I will be evaluating the entire session and I will be providing my feedback at the end of the session. But to help me do my task effectively, I have enabled each act team in the form of speech evaluators and timers. In the role of timers, can I please introduce the timer to introduce himself, read out the role to the session, please.
Thank you, General Evaluator, fellow Toastmasters, and welcome guests. As timer, my duty is to time prepared speeches, table topic speeches, and speech evaluations during this meeting. Today, we don't have icebreakers, so I'll go directly to the prepared speech. For a 5 to 7 minute prepared speech, I will show the green card at 5 minutes, the yellow card at 6 minutes, and the red card at 7 minutes. Red card shall be held up until you finish the speech. You'll get 30 seconds buffer to finish the speech. For evaluators, the green card is shown at 2 minutes, the yellow card at 2.5 minutes, and red card at 3 minutes. Red card shall be held up until you finish the speech. You will get 30 seconds buffer for this. For table topics, each speaker is encouraged to speak for 1 to 2 minutes. I'll show the green card at 1 minute, the yellow card at 1 minute 30 seconds, and the red card at 2 minutes. The red card shall be held up for 30 seconds. Thank you. I'll report qualifying times when called upon throughout the meeting.
Next up, we have the R counter. Can I please introduce the role taker, introduce himself, herself, and introduce the role as well.
Yeah, thank you, Toastmaster Narayana. This is Toastmaster Shivakiran. As part of the tag team, I'll be taking the role of R counter today. The purpose of R counter is note down the words and sounds as a pause filler anyone who speaks. During the meeting, I'll listen for overused words like and, well, but, so, you know. So including ha. This means at the end of the meeting, I'll report number of times of each expression to a general evaluator. Thank you, Toastmaster Narayana.
Thank you, Toastmaster Shiva. Last but not the least, we have the grammarian. In the role of grammarian, introduce and request the grammarian to introduce himself, herself, and the role as well.
Thank you. Myself, Manikanta. Toastmasters and fellow Toastmasters and dear guests. As a grammarian, it is my responsibility to pay close attention to all speakers, listening carefully to their language usage. I'll take note of any improper language usage, as well as any outstanding words, quotes, sayings, and thoughts. As a grammarian, it is also my duty to introduce word of the day and idiom of the day. The idiom of the day is, a little learning is a dangerous thing. The meaning is, people who don't understand something fully are dangerous. Usage by itself. Word of the day is appeal. Meaning is, be attractive to. Example, to get traditional women accessories to appeal to men, some designers are giving them mainly names and styles. I'll be pasting the same in the Zoom chat. People are encouraged to use word of the day and idiom of the day while they are speaking. Thanks to you, Toastmaster.
Thank you very much. I'll be back to you after the session is complete for an entire session evaluation. Back to you, Toastmaster Ravindra.
Thank you, General Evaluator. Okay. So before we go with the speeches, I would like to tell anybody, can you tell anybody in the audience what is the core mission of BlackBerry?
Secure messaging.
Security. Yes, one is security is correct. Yes, security. And the other things are reliability and communications functionality. So it was very much about the security of the information moving to its channels. And this was primary concern for, from the beginning. So it was also Blackboard is also to be used in other things like the first device was to combine with PDA, that is personal digital assistants, and email connectivity and telephony using secure encryption. So here security was playing a major role because it became popular in organizations and businesses. Okay. So before I proceed, let's go with the speeches. So I would like to invite evaluators first. So our first evaluator for the Abhinav speech is Toastmaster Dinesh, and he is a software developer for Oracle retail application and has been in IT for 4+ years. Always looking forward to connecting with like-minded folks with interest in art and movies. So Toastmaster Dinesh, please go ahead with speech objectives for the speech.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the day. So today my target speaker, Toastmaster Abhinav, is attempting his L4P2 project, which is create a podcast. The purpose of this project is for the member to be introduced to the skills needed to organize and present a podcast. In addition, the member would introduce their podcast and present a segment of the podcast to the entire audience. I wish you all the luck. Toastmaster Abhinav, back to you, TMOD.
So our second evaluator for second speech is Toastmaster Mahesh. Toastmaster Mahesh is a senior project manager in analytics in Oracle GSC. He's highly passionate about Toastmasters and public speaking. He's from Oracle Hyderabad Toastmasters Club. Toastmaster Mahesh, please share your project speech objectives.
Thank you. Today, Toastmaster Kaushal is going to attempt his level 3 speech. The purpose of his speech is to begin developing a collection of humorous stories to present a speech that includes humor, and looking forward to hear Toastmaster Kaushal.
Thank you, Toastmaster Mahesh. So now let's go ahead with our speeches. So I would like to invite our first speaker, Toastmaster Abhinav. He is attempting his L4P2. So the title of the speech, Trailblazers Book Club. Toastmaster Abhinav, Trailblazers Book Club, Trailblazers Book Club, Toastmaster Abhinav.
Thank you, Toastmaster Ravindra, for such a warm introduction. Good afternoon, everybody. I hope you all had a good lunch.
Yes.
In Bangalore, we had a biryani lunch, so everybody is smiling a little extra.
With ice cream.
Yeah. Okay, so back in 2019, one of my speeches had a plan in mind. Plan was to create something, a club or a project. So I chose that time something called Trailblazers Book Club. Narayanan and Nitin used to be there that time. The book club's objective was every month we'll have one meeting in which we'll discuss books. Of course, the plan didn't work out properly, but we did have a lot of fun because we exchanged books in the first time, and for 1 month we did exchange of books. I had to get my book back, but anyways, not digressing. This project especially was much more interesting than that. In this project, I had to create a podcast. So I chose, why not talk about books? Books is something we all like to read, but we don't get to read as much as possible. I believe that if you read books, I think books are something which enhance your mindset, enhance your thinking. It makes you piece time as well, because you can alone with the book that time, nobody else disturbs you. And this is a good distraction in the screens because we are bound to screens every time. So I thought, why not do a book reading podcast? So I prepared a podcast, which is about 1 hour of content. It has 6 episodes. Each episode is about 5 to 10 minutes, including 2 episodes which are of video content. Otherwise, all the episodes are in audio format. Why choose books? Again, like I told you, I want to become a good reader. I plan to read 1 month, at least 1 book in a month. I end up reading 9 to 10 books in a year, not 12, but I want to do more and more of that. So think that with this podcast, with this book, session, probably some of you might get encouraged to read more books, share more reviews, especially the books related to communication and leadership. So in this podcast, we discuss books related to communication specifically and leadership. I'll quickly show a PPT regarding that, so it will help you notice what I've done as well. I'll give the introduction of the complete session. I hope my screen is visible.
Yes.
All right. So first I'll tell you what tools I used. I used Canva for all the cover art animations. I used Clipchamp, which is a free software within Microsoft Windows for stitching the videos and audio. I use Zoom to record the interviews, which are video recordings. I use Spotify podcast to upload the episodes, and YouTube for eventually hosting them because it has video content as well. I want to thank especially Narayanan, Shailu, who were kind enough to become a guest of the podcast, and Dinesh, who took time out to view a lot of videos as well. And again, Trailblazers Toastmasters Club for allowing me to do this. So there are 5 episodes, 6 episodes planned. 1 already has been published in Spotify. The rest are scheduled for every week. Every Thursday they'll be released. And on my channel, on my website, the links are mentioned. I'll go back to this. And last but not the least, on YouTube, all the videos are live right now. So you want to go through them, you can go through it. Today we'll share the link on the Slack channel as well. I'll not take too much time. I'll share one of the snippets of the video. It's 3 episodes I've stitched together to show the video. I'll just share them with you now. Please let me know if sound is not visible. Okay. Just give me a second.
TBC Trailblazers Club, or do we continue?
Trailblazers Club.
One minute. Check quickly, sounds are working or not. Okay.
Hello and welcome to Trailblazers Book Club, a podcast by Trailblazers Toastmasters Club. Get ready to ignite your curiosity, expand your knowledge, and embark on a path of continuous learning and improvement. Tune in and join us as we pave the way to becoming trailblazers in our personal and professional lives. I'm your host, Abhinav Bhatt, and I've been with Trailblazers and Toastmasters since June 2016. Though I cannot call myself an avid reader, but I take this opportunity to explore new perspectives and ideas. In this podcast, we discuss books related to communication and leadership. As they say, today a reader, tomorrow a leader. I believe that if you read books, surely some part of your brain gets triggered that enables you to look at things much more deeply. And whether you are a seasoned bookworm or just beginning your reading adventure, Trailblazers Book Club is your guide to unlocking the secrets of effective communication and impactful leadership. I'm going to review some of my favorite books I have read in recent past. Sit back and enjoy and learn tidbits from the Today we discuss and review one of the most important books in public speaking. You can say it's the Holy Bible of public speaking, The Art of Public Speaking by Dale Carnegie. All of those who are in Toastmasters must have heard about this book. Having taken interest myself in learning to speak better in public, I'd heard of this book a lot from many people who kept on quoting from it. So I bought it one day from Amazon and delved into it. So here are the first few things which I felt after reading this book. This book is indeed a classic. It was published in 1915, almost 100 years ago. It has all the information, tips and tricks to be a better speaker. Now, of course, since it was written more than almost 100 years ago, some parts could be a drag in terms of millennials' attention span. Also, at some places, some shortcomings which used to happen then can now be obsolete as we have visual aids like PowerPoint with us nowadays. However,
book reading is a good habit and we should read, but as you said, I'm also not an avid reader. But yeah, I recently started reading book.
Okay.
Yeah.
So which other books have you read recently?
Recently, I have completed just my first book, The Secret of Leadership by Prakash Iyer. And secondly, I'm just started a new book. So Made to Stick, the name is Made to Stick. Okay. So I just started it.
Awesome. Okay. So I read this book earlier, Habit of the Secret of Leadership by Prakash Iyer.
Okay.
One more book of his which I read first about was Habit of Winning. So that book had a lot of stories in it. Good lessons were there. So I think this book is also similar to that, right?
Correct. I have not read that, the winning of habit of winning. Yeah.
Okay.
But I've gone through this leadership, the secret of leadership. So yeah.
Okay. So this book, I gave a bit introduction about the book itself. Habit of Winning was one of the books regarding winning, leadership. This book specifically, The Secret of Leadership, is about lessons from leadership. So the first chapter itself was amazing about tea, right?
Correct.
How to make a tea and what lessons we can learn from the tea bag itself. So when I'll show the book snippets when I actually show the video. But from your perspective, how was the book? How did you like it?
Book was awesome. Like not only a leader, anybody should read this book because the book gives you the motivation and also it inspires you to do something. And if you are a leader or aspire leader, then definitely you should go with the book so that it will help you and it will give you the idea how to lead a team or like how a leader think and how you can awake a leader inside you.
Okay, so since you're the president of the club, right? Yeah. So you must be taking some lessons from the book as well.
Correct.
So you have been president for a long time. So can you explain about your reading journey as well?
I should thank my mom for that. My mom was an English teacher in a primary school. She used to take English for class 5. And her regret was she could never be a graduate who could teach for higher classes or go to a college and call herself a professor. That was a regret that remained with her for a long time. And her diktat to me was to spend a lot of time in reading. I was from a very conservative family. I had very restricted time in playing. I was not very entitled or very inclined towards physical activity. I used to play a little bit, but I was exposed to newspaper reading, writing, right from a very young age. A slightest mistake in my grammar would really cost me a lot. And so it started from there, and I ensured that I was made to read almost anything that came to my hand, and that became a habit eventually. And as I started making my own money, I had a habit of spending a small percentage of my income in a book fair that happens in Chennai once a year. I used to buy a set of books, read. I don't do it nowadays after coming to Bengaluru here, but I do keep up the habit of reading. It's not as voracious as it used to be, but I do try to keep up reading something or other. So that's how it started. It helps me to keep myself away from these technical gadgets. I'm not very good in gadgets. If at all you call me for a con on reading, I'm not very good in gadgets.
So don't you Kindle, you read on text?
No, I read on books. I take a pen in my hand, a pencil in my hand, underline when I read something,
have a proper bookmark, stuff like that. Old school, but I like that.
Okay. So which book do you think has made a good impact on your life? And what you want to talk about in general as well?
Lot of books. The one books that I always keep reading to whenever I'm down and out is the book is called Tough Times.
As we conclude today's expedition into the world of books, remember that every page turned is a step forward in your quest for knowledge and inspiration. Whether you're intrigued by the book we discussed or you're eager to explore new literary trails, let's continue blazing new paths in our reading journey. Don't forget to join the Trailblazers Book Club by subscribing for more captivating book reviews and sharing your insight with us. Together, let's create a community of trailblazing leaders and readers who embrace the power of storytelling. Until our next adventure, keep exploring, keep reading, and may your literary discoveries light up your path. This is your host, Abhinav Bhatt, signing off. See you in the next episode.
Thank you. Back to you, Toastmaster Ravindra.
There is a Kavan book read club as well.
Yeah. On Sunday, you
Saturday.
Thank you, Toastmaster Abhinav, for that appealing speech. I mean, I don't say speech, it's a mix up of podcast videos. And a little learning is dangerous thing. So I would like to, I suggest everybody to read the books and learn some knowledge. So I would like to invite our next speaker, Toastmaster Kaushal, and he's attempting his L3P2 elective Know Your Sense of Humor. And Kaushal is currently working as a product manager in Oracle. He's a Toastmaster who believes in exploring different art forms. He has been part of Toastmaster fraternity since 2015. He is also a trained improv artist. He is a pathbreaker in engaging humor. He calls himself a humorously serious speaker, trying to be a seriously humorous speaker. And he has served Toastmasters in different capacities, mentored clubs and individuals to shine better. So, Toastmaster Kaushal, better luck next time. Better luck next time, Toastmaster Kaushal.
By all means, you marry. Once said a great married man. By all means, you marry. If you get a good wife, you will become happy. If you get a bad one, you will end up becoming a philosopher. And that gentleman went on to be the greatest philosopher of all times. I'm talking about Socrates. Fellow Toastmasters and dear guests, year 2017. There was a tragedy that happened in my life. I suddenly lost 4 of my friends in 6 months. No, they are alive. They all got married. And suddenly there was no one to ask me for a chakna over the weekend because I don't drink. This is how my life was. Suddenly, I started feeling like a 1,000 rupee note after demonetization. Like I knew I had a value which was suddenly gone because somebody else thought of their achhe din. Nevertheless, while all my friends got married, I was scrolling through the internet, browsing across the profiles, and everywhere I got rejection. And everyone said, better luck next time. While I was approaching the 28th summer of my life, my mother started searching a prospective bride. She scrolled across ocean of profiles and then finally zeroed down to one profile. She was impressed for the fact that girl had done masters in physics. But the only thing that I was looking forward was the chemistry that I was going to have. Nevertheless, my mother just wanted to prove that it's just a case of 404 not found and not a 501 internal server error. We finally agreed to meet at a place was decided, and so we agreed to meet on. Now I reached 2 hours early and I was waiting and waiting, just like how all India was waiting for the electoral bond data. And then she arrived. She was gleaming like moon. It was just like a moon had arrived out of a lunar eclipse. The light that were coming from her earrings was straight away doing surgical strike on my heart. She was that beautiful. And then being a Toastmaster, I broke the ice first. I got to know about her name. So we exchanged pleasantries and then we talked a little bit about our professional lives. And then I got to know her name. And her name was Chandramukhi, meaning moon-faced. And as I went into the conversation, I got to know that her full family was super obsessed with this space. Like her father's name was Naresh Shankar, but they used to call him NASA. Her mother's name was Ishita Roy, but they used to call her ISRO. Not to mention, her first brother was named Aryabhatta 1. But this all was fine. When I got to know that they had a car called Polo, they had put an extra name A just to sound it like Apollo. But whole family was mad. But then, as I was trying to have the conversation going forward, she shot the first question. She was like, "Can you explain what is the difference between a married person and a bachelor person in terms of physics?" In terms of physics? I was as confused as a Donald Trump in a climate change conference. I didn't know what to do. But somehow I remembered Lord Newton and said, okay, let me think. A bachelor person is like a scalar quantity, full magnitude, no direction. But a married person is like a vector quantity, magnitude of his own and direction of his wife. Very well. She also smiled just like you all. But as I was realizing my first success, she shot the another question. Can you please tell me about a girl falling in love with a boy? How do you explain in terms of physics? Very well. I remembered Lord Archimedes and explained. When a girl falls in love of a boy, she experiences a loss in her studies. And that loss is equal to the amount of hesitation removed by the boy. She was impressed, unlike you all. But as I was again trying to realize my success, she shot the third question. And that was, what would you react to someone if someone says I love you so much? I was so much into the moment of physics that I forgot it was life and not physics completely. And I said, I hate you so much. Probably I was trying to cite the third law of Newton. Every action has equal and opposite reaction. Didn't work out. Chandramukhi became Jwalamukhi in no time. She
There seemed to be a connection issue. Is it for me or for everyone?
Yeah, even me.
Yeah, even me.
No, sir. Internet connection. Alan, please.
Yeah, moving next. It's coming now.
Now
it's
it's
better.
fine. Now it's fine. Yeah. Go ahead.
And the next day, I got a text from her father, NASA, saying, "Looks like you're still a misguided missile. Better luck next time." Ladies and gentlemen, I was rejected, but not dejected. You know, sometime in your life, your intent is right, but not your content. I learned two great lessons that day. One thing, don't be in so much physics that you actually go and end up losing your momentum. And the second most important thing, that in life, all the marriage proposals are like Google scratch cards. There is always a better luck next time. Thank you. That was another appealing speech. I mean, you all. Thank you, Mr. Kaushal. And so coming to the theme about BlackBerry. So can anybody tell why there was a downfall in BlackBerry, which was very popular?
Touch screen came in.
Yeah, right. Yes. In the year 2007, when Steve Jobs announced in the conference saying that with the touch screen and all the capabilities like email, messaging, and everything, internet, and also the extra capability added was, which was very user friendly, that is the touch screen for iPhone. So by seeing this, the founder of this mobile phone, he came to know that touch screen is very difficult to implement in his BlackBerry phone. So, but because the keyboard which QWERTY keyboard which he placed in the BlackBerry became very famous, but he's not able to replace that with touchscreen. So that was the reason why people turned towards iPhone, which was very user friendly, and also even though BlackBerry is strong in encryption and security, but later these features were also added in iPhone. So people started preferring iPhone, and the market just shifted to iPhone, and there was some huge downfall of BlackBerry. No, even then there was not huge downfall, but still BlackBerry continued to be in the market for many years, and I think until 2022 it was there, but up to 2012 it was there, but later on it started decreasing its profits. So some of the facts, some of the numeric facts. In February 2016, only 1.5 million of the 198 million smartphone users in the United States were running BlackBerry, compared to 87 million on iPhone. So, and again in 2015, around 2,000 employees were there in the BlackBerry market, BlackBerry organization. But as of February 2022, only there are 3,200 employees. And there was also a massive outage in September 2011. Internet service suffered a massive outage, impacting millions of customers for several days. The outage embarrassingly occurred as people prepared to launch iPhone 4S, causing fears of mass defections from the platform. So main competitors of BlackBerry were iPhone and Android software. Okay, so next I would like to go ahead with our next agenda of the meeting, that's table topic session. So it will be hosted by our Toastmaster Barnali. She is a senior manager, documentation, Fusion Cloud Apps. She is a passionate storyteller. She loves learning new things, reading books, and spending time with children. She is a district level humorous speech contestant
for 2022 and 23. I welcome Toastmaster Barnali on the stage.
Thank you so much, Mr. Ravindra. Okay, so table topics. I'm sure most of you know, just to give a brief about what we do in this section. This is a crucial section of any Toastmasters meeting for two reasons. Firstly, all the attendees get a chance to participate, including the guests in this section. And secondly, you get to practice impromptu speaking, thinking on your feet. Just to give an example, 2 weeks back, we had a training from Toastmasters, the district level, and one of our Toastmasters had to go for it, and it was on a weekend, on a Saturday. So the moment he was walking out of the house, all ready, his wife asked, "Where are you going?" He said, "Office." "What? Office on a Saturday?" "Yes, meeting. The manager asked me to come today. Specifically, I have to come." So that happens due to impromptu speaking. You are prepared how to answer to specific questions, which generally doesn't happen. Okay. Coming to today's, sorry?
Those philosophers.
Okay, coming to table topics. Okay, before I come to the theme, in this section, I'll give you topics, some interesting ones. I will try to make it appealing to all of you. And each one of you, whoever volunteers, will get 2 minutes, 1 to 2 minutes to speak on each topic. So minimum 1 minute and max 2 minutes. And our timer would show the cards, the green card at the end of 1 minute, 1.5 minutes, he will show the yellow card, and then at the end of 3 minutes, he will show the red one. And even after 3 minutes, you have, no, not 3 minutes, sorry. At the end of 2 minutes, he will show the red card. Even after 2 minutes, you will have 30 seconds to wind up your speech. And at the end, towards the end of the meeting, you will have, you will qualify, to qualify for nomination, for voting, nomination for the best speaker, you need to stick to the timeline. So 1 to 2 minutes is the timeline, the time. And yeah, that's about it. Coming to today's theme, any idea what's the theme today for the table topics section?
Holi.
Yes.
Diwali.
Diwali. Interesting. Okay, so when we say Holi, 3 things that comes to my mind. One is smile. I have not seen anyone unhappy with colors on the face or when someone puts colors. So definitely smile and laughter. Second is companionship. We cannot play Holi alone. I have never seen someone putting Holi on themselves. So that's something we always need, at least one more person to celebrate Holi. And the third thing is smells of all kind. I mean, smells of food, snacks, sweets, gujia, we have it today. And gulal, the smell of the color itself. I think that is nostalgic. Not to spend much time on this, I would like to move ahead with this section. Who would be the first volunteer today? Offline, online, anyone? Okay, great. Yeah. So, your topic is, okay, before I get to the topic, how many of you have watched Sholay? And now the question for Shivani, Pooja Shivani, is if Gabbar Singh asks you, Holi kab hai Holi? What would your answer be? So Pooja, guest Pooja, kab hai Holi? Or when is Holi? When is Holi? Guest Pooja.
Thank you, Barnali, for giving me this topic, Kab hai Holi, Holi kab hai. So when Gabbar asked me, "Kab hai Holi?" I replied him, "Kal hai Holi." Then I met him week later. Then he asked me the same question, "Kab hai Holi?" Then I again told him like, "Kal hai Holi." It sounded appealing to him. Okay, kal aayega. But as you know, kal kabhi nahi aata. I just want to escape from him. I don't want him to put colors on me. That is great. So kal hi reh gaya. Kal kabhi nahi aaya. And I celebrated Holi on my own with my family. And that is what I replied him diplomatically, that kal hai Holi. Thank you.
So much. Excellent. I think it was a very creative idea, kal hai Holi, so that you don't get the colors on you. Okay, great. Let's move on to the next volunteer. Anyone online? Online folks. Guests, but this time I think great job. We have a guest who volunteered.
I always volunteer online also. I love to talk.
Okay.
Sorry.
Okay, let's welcome TM Abhinav. And your topic is, what childhood memories do you have related to Holi? So, TM Abhinav, childhood memories related to Holi, childhood memories related to Holi, TM Abhinav.
Okay, this requires more than 2 minutes. Go on. So Holi is one of the biggest festivals of at least North India, from where I come from, and it was celebrated with much more vigor, enthusiasm, which you don't see nowadays in Bangalore. It was never celebrated in Bangalore anyways. But Holi is something which I always look forward to. Because in this day, everybody comes on the road and play with each other. The road or your society, wherever. When I was younger, my friends, we had 7 or 8 people in a group, almost similar age, 5 to 15 years of age, that age. And I don't know, it was tradition in our colony to pick up balloons of water and throw it at a certain home. I didn't know why. I didn't ask why, how this tradition started. But for some reason, we all went. They were told me, I was 6 years old, they told me, Abhinav, do this. You have to fill up 10 balloons like this. So I just did that, did my job because I was just younger once that time. We went to the house and we threw inside the house and the door was open. Then we were supposed to just run away. So we ran away that day. I didn't know why it was done. Before Holi, one more thing which I remember is that we have Holika Dahan, in which the Holika is burned. So it usually happens at night. One time it happened at 3 a.m. in the night. The Muhurat was like that. And we were not allowed to go out at 3 a.m. night. It was also winter time that time, February end or March, first week, second week. But somehow my parents allowed me to go. So I went and roamed around at night till 3 a.m. In 90s, it was a big deal. But that was a huge achievement for me. All my friends, we could play around till night, enjoyed a lot. Colors, everybody knows about, people will play colors. It might get very violent as well. Fortunately for me, I didn't have such bad experience. I may be the culprit, I don't know. But Holi was a time always to remember, enjoy, eat a lot of bhujiyas and so on. And I always loved Holi. Thank you so much.
Great. And in fact, to just talk a little bit about my Holi, the days in my childhood. We lived in a place which is where we had issues with water. We hardly had water during the summer season. So my memory is with, like, we used to have all the gates closed and be inside, never step out because you cannot afford to wash the colors off, and wear the oldest clothes. Even if we're inside, we were scared that someone shouldn't. So take out that same set of clothes, old torn clothes, and we would wear that every year. So So now when I think about it, my goodness, how did I throw that ever? So we used to wear that and just wait. And the moment we would see someone coming, we would just announce to everyone at home that these people are coming, run, run, and all of us would go inside. So that was the memory, not a very pleasant one. And it took me a while to actually, when I came out from the place, from our native, it's actually a hilly region. That's why we had the issues with water. So when we came out, we were like, we took a lot of time to actually adjust and understand that it's okay to color yourself. It's okay to allow people to throw colors. So that was like, I would say, a psychological effect that I had because of the water issues. But yeah, but then people used to play, but somehow in our house, we were not used to playing. So excellent sharing of your thoughts. Moving on, the next volunteer. I would like someone from online. Yeah, we have Renu. Excellent. TM Renu, this is your topic. What is the dirtiest thing that you or your friend did in Holi? So TM Renu, the dirtiest thing that you or your friend did in Holi. The dirtiest thing that you or your friend did in Holi, TM Renu.
Thank you for the topic, TM Barnali, but can you please change the topic because I haven't done anything dirty in Holi.
Okay. Share a crazy Holi story. Is that fine?
Okay, thank you for the topic, TM Barnali. I can't say Holi as a craziest experience, but I, as a child, and now also I enjoyed Holi, and you can see I'm not well today because of this is Holi after effects. I'm having cold and fever. As a child, we lived in a army quarters. So we were like there were so many people. So as a child, I used to study in Kendra Vidyalaya. So we used to live together in our separate quarters, and then we used to go to school together. So we have common friends in school as well as in our quarters. So we used to plan a day before Holi. So who will be the target to color and to put the balloons on? And in the school, we have a strict restrictions that they won't allow colors. So what we used to do, we just rub that chalk in our hands first in the blackboard, and then we rub that chalk in our hands, and then two people will go there, and then they target that person. Okay, this is the target, and two people will come from behind, and then they rub that person with the chalk, all the chalk powder in their hair and everything. That was the only craziest thing which I can remember right now, but it was fun. And I used to be like that. I used to color people, but I hate when someone comes to color me. So after coloring the people, I used to run back to our house because our house used to be very near to our school, and that we used to do after our all the periods in almost when school is getting over. So I used to run back to our house and then close the door so that nobody can come and color me, but I used to color everybody. That was the craziest experience I had. Now I used to go, and if people are asking me, people don't ask, but if they are coloring, I just stand and I ask, okay, do whatever color you want to put. After that, I just go and wash my face. Thank you for the topic. Over to you, TM Barnali.
Crazy story, actually. And I could see you imagine things happening to you, and that came across very well. Excellent. Do we have time for one or two more? One? Okay, who goes next?
Mahesh was raising his hand.
Mahesh? Okay.
Yes,
Team Mahesh. Okay. Let me give you a serious one. And this is what it is. If you have to explain the festival of Holi to an alien, how would you do that? So TM Mahesh, festival of Holi to an alien. Festival of Holi to an alien, TM Mahesh. Over to you.
Thank you, Mr. Benali. It's indeed a difficult topic. But yeah, I will try to give an attempt. So explaining Holi festival to alien, in a way, I feel it is easy because I hope that aliens may not be looking at different kind of colors because Holi is it's a festival of colors. By looking at all these colors, probably they may think what kind of festival it is. So then it may spark some kind of curiosity when they see different colors together. So definitely alien may think that what kind of festival is this? And once you demonstrate like, pouring colors and water into it, and the kind of play that we do in Holi will then definitely aliens will get enough questions. Then from there, you can eventually, if at all, we can communicate with aliens, which I am not familiar with. Probably by talking to different groups, different people, you must be well aware, but I don't. So we will try. From that point, we'll just eventually explain how things may go into different direction. And yeah, we will give that kind of attempt at least.
Thank you so much. Right, we come to the end. Okay, do we have Abhipsha?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
I have one question for you. Sorry to pick your name because you're a senior. So the question here is, which song do you remember when you hear the word holy? And we want you to sing the song.
Okay. I think the evergreen, the classic holy song in the voice of Amitabh Bachchan. रंग बरसे भीगे चुनर वाली रंग बरसे ओ रंग बरसे भीगे चुनर वाली रंग बरसे. Yeah, that's one. Thank you.
Closes the table topic section. Over to TMOD.
Thank you, Toastmaster Barnali, for that colorful table topic. Okay. Okay. So BlackBerry. So why I chose this BlackBerry means because I was watching the movie in Amazon Prime about BlackBerry. So while I was watching the movie, I felt like every organization has such downfalls, like success and downfalls as well, mix up of success and downfalls. And why I was thinking, why can't I make this Toastmaster of the Day topic? And also I gathered some few points from Wikipedia. So in that movie, he was depicting the main reason for the downfall was emerging of this iPhone. And also one more thing is that the leadership changes happened in the organization, in BlackBerry organization.
Similarly happened with Nokia.
Yeah. Right.
I was working with Nokia previously.
Yeah, both BlackBerry and Nokia did not innovate themselves.
Yeah.
That was the reason.
Yeah, so
Yes.
I'm an ex-Nokia.
So you are Nokia?
Yeah.
Yeah. So maybe next week somebody can come up with Nokia as the Toastmaster.
I cannot see the front of my previous company.
No, but it's not about the topic, but also it's about the learnings, the failures, so that we can also implement in our lives.
One failure is not next time success story.
So Pooja ne Nokia for Nokia.
Okay, so one thing is that leadership changes. The company often criticized for its dual CEO structure. Some saw this agreement as a dysfunctional management structure and believed BlackBerry acted as two companies, slowing the effort to release the new BlackBerry 10 operating system. And also one scandal that was in BlackBerry organization was about the stock options. In 2007, CEO Jim Balsillie was forced to resign as chairman as the company around $250 million earnings restatement relating to mistakes, how it granted stock options. So that was one of the other reason. And also in 2016, BlackBerry acquired a UK-based cybersecurity firm Encryption with the intention of branching out into security consulting business. So finally, in 2013, company announced that it was open to being purchased. So, and also finally in 2012, BlackBerry discontinued support for BlackBerry 10, ending their presence in the smartphone market. So finally, BlackBerry stopped manufacturing these mobile phones and went into this cybersecurity software. So currently it is into cybersecurity software and providing services for other companies. So that's it about that. I don't want to go too much details. Okay. I would like to hand over to our general evaluator, Toastmaster Narayana.
Thank you, Ravi. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. You are General Evaluator, Narayanan back again. Sincere apologies for my presence was almost 10 minutes late today. I want to blame my boss for that. Had a bad meeting. So I'm hoping that the session started on time, with the sergeant at arms and the president addressing the meeting diligently. I will be first requesting the speech evaluators to come in first, and then I go to session evaluation. Today we have two speeches. In the order of protocol, we'll first address the level 3 speech done by Toastmaster Kaushal, and to evaluate that, can I request Toastmaster Mahesh to please start the objective once more and then carry out the evaluation of speech, please. Toastmaster Mahesh, all yours.
Okay. Thank you, Toastmaster Narayana, and good evening, Toastmaster Kaushal. You brought smiles to all of our faces throughout the speech. So you certainly know how to blend humor with message. I know it is very difficult to come up with a speech, such humorous speech, because the introduction like Socrates and another joke like friends no more, and the physics, chemistry, waiting for electrical burns and surgical strikes, and as a Toastmaster breaking ice. So this all we connected very well because the topics are so relevant. So throughout the speech, I thoroughly enjoyed, and it was a fantastic speech, Kaushal. Thank you so much for giving such nice speech. When it comes to area of improvement, I think your body language is so confident. It is carrying the message. It was pretty much good. But however, I feel that little bit, if you work on little bit facial expressions, that can be a good area that you can consider to work upon. That will help, because I strongly believe that the animated movements or some kind of expressions can enhance the comedy effect furthermore, and it will make audience burst into laughter for sure, because the content you delivered is extremely good. That's my feedback evaluation. And before I close, I want to ask one question. When that particular family is running after names like NASA, Apollo, why her name is Chandramukhi? Chandrayaan. Okay, good. That's all from my side. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Mahesh. We then have next speech, a level 4 P2, delivered by Toastmaster Abhinav, and to evaluate that, can I invite Toastmaster Dinesh to do the evaluation speech?
General Evaluator, Toastmasters, and guests. Today, my target speaker has shown us all the typical skills of a seasoned speaker: exceptional vocabulary, diligent planning, smooth execution, and an engaging content, to name a few. By choosing an appealing topic like that of Trailblazers Book Club, the speaker hooked us in the audience from the very beginning. And understandably so, it had our club's name in its topic. So we were on our edges, like, what is this podcast gonna be about? So, and a smart choice by the speaker, I would say. As a presenter, the speaker made us very comfortable by letting us know his inspiration behind this book club, starting from the very beginning, 3-4 years ago, how he thought of this book club and how over the years he has executed it. The presentation snippets that were shown to us were selected very judiciously so as not to give too much info and also keep us wanting more so that we actually go and see the videos, which, spoiler alerts, are very interesting. And this is just like 1% of what you saw. I had the opportunity, the pleasure of watching them all, and it was wonderful. The content was thorough, and even though the content is not something that this project wants the evaluator to evaluate, but it would be a blunder on my part to not praise the speaker on such a thorough and extensive research, I would say. It was not monotonous, as there were many segments to it. We had the interviews, we had the book reviews, all served on the same plate with a tantalizing touch of education and the practicality of these books that we can apply in our lives. So great on that. As already mentioned, the speaker displayed excellent speaking skills. The interviews did not feel scripted. Meaningful pauses were taken, and the pace was very relaxed, so that the audience got an idea that what the speaker wanted to present. To point out flaws in this wonderful piece would be a sin for me. But as in Toastmasters, we believe in promoting continuous growth and feedback. So there are a few pointers that I want the speaker to implement in their future projects, in the future podcasts rather. First one would be placement of catchy phrases. So I saw even in the videos as well as in the presentation, there was a catchy phrase, once today a reader, tomorrow a leader. I would want the speaker to use that phrase a little later, not in the middle of the sentence, but rather, just at the end before the podcast starts, so that, the audience immediately relate your podcast to that phrase. It was used, but it was used in the middle of the sentence, so a little bit of its essence was lost. So try to use it at the end. Then we have, okay. So I would want a little more audience engagement. So this project wanted the engagement of audience, which was there, but it was in terms of the audience feeling it themselves. I would rather want the speaker to explicitly call them out. For example, if there's an interview, then you can say that we would want the audience to know in the comments, like who was their inspiration behind, their books, behind their stories or behind their journey. So that, it feels more engaging. The content was good, but I would want, in the vocabulary too, but I would want the speaker to work on a little bit on their voice modulation so that it becomes more interesting. There are a few pointers more, but I would like them to, I'd like to share them with Abhinav separately offline. And before concluding, I would just say there is an age-old saying that little learning is dangerous. But my point of view is these little learnings added over the years bring a wonderful success. And today, Toastmasters Abhinav's speech was a testament to that. Back to you, General Evaluator.
Thank you, Dinesh. All right, now let's get back to the session evaluation. So I had the audacity to skip the Sergeant Times and President's meeting today. So I'll just check out our activity, Toastmasters address. Toastmasters Ravindra, I think I should start calling you as Professor Ravindra from here onwards. It was Tesla sometime back when we come to BlackBerry. Full marks to you for the kind of effort that you have put in. I'm sure you realize that the Toastmaster of the day is the face of the session. How you drive this session reflects on how we perform as a club. So in terms of thinking about a topic, collecting data on the topic, putting the effort on to getting the job done, delivering today, excellent job done. Flip side there is, when you talk about heavy topics. I call these topics as heavy topics. You're talking about heavy engineering, Tesla, failure of BlackBerry. Next time probably why Nokia also followed suit. There is a high possibility that the correction of the audience will get snapped after the 7th minute. Experts say that is why Toastmaster always has got this formula of 5 to 7 minutes of speech. Any speech that goes beyond 7 minutes, it's got to be extremely glued. Otherwise, the human brain will disconnect. You have a lot of papers in your hand. I would want you for the next time onwards to pick something simple without a paper in the hand. When you as a Toastmaster talk to us without a paper, move freely, it brings in a hell of a lot of difference to your presentation ability. Sitting there, I was just trying to see what would I have done if I given the same topic. Now, if you would have probably compared a life successful person and the downfall, compare the same with what happened to BlackBerry, it could have been a well-rounded good story. Could even be fictional also. Do not get into hardcore subjects. It would be my request. Other than that, I think job very well done. Other request to all the audiences, in today's session, there were 2 people who needed to have their laptops on. But I see more than 2 machines on. My request is from next time onwards, no gadgets, except for those who are including gadgets are bad for Toastmasters. Okay? Yeah, this is from Headmaster Narayanan, 101. So we have the gavel here. Next time, you know what's going to happen if you see the gadgets. I don't know who prepared the agenda. The agenda always, in terms of speech, goes like this. The earlier speeches goes for level 3 should have been first, level 4 goes next. I've been seeing this happen for the last 2 to 3 sessions. So ensure that if this icebreaker goes first, level 5 comes last. So that needs to be in a chronological order. So we had the speeches, both evaluators did a fabulous job. Thank you very much. The evaluators are done. In terms of table topics, Toastmaster Barnali, fantastic job as always. Thanks to all the participants. Certain things I want to call out is that Barnali took the time off to detail the session once again when she was on the dais. Point number 2, which I want everyone to learn is that the moment the first speaker was done on table topic, she continued with the landing of the previous speaker, connected her experience, and then matched it on to the next topic. I'm not saying this needs to be done, but if we do this, that'll be nice. Thank you for all the participation. But just keep a watch on your timing regulation. It's 1 to 2 minutes. So just be aware of that. Now let's go down to the tag team report. Can you have the report from timer? Toastmaster Sayaka.
Thank you, Toastmaster Narayan. So we had an amazing session today, and I would like to give a report of timings taken today. Toastmaster Abhinav divided his speech into 2 parts. One was introduction, and the second part was the video. So the first part took 3 minutes 45 seconds. The second one took 7 minutes 45 seconds. Approximately 11 minutes 30 seconds, excluding the part where the connection was an issue. TM Kaushal, like his speech, took an exact amount of 7 minutes 29 seconds 28 milliseconds. And so that was amazing. And coming to table topics, Pooja took 51 seconds, Abhinav took 2 minutes 6 seconds, Renu also took 2 minutes 6 seconds, Mahesh took 1 minute 12 seconds. Coming to the evaluators, TM Mahesh took 1 minute 36 seconds, which was little less than the amount expected, and TM Dinesh took 5 minutes, which was double the amount expected. So that's my report.
Thank you. Thank you, sir. Can we have the R counter report, please, in a summarized fashion?
Yeah, thank you, Toastmaster Narayana. I'll share my screen related to the counter words. So this is the R counter report which is being used. So the speaker, Abhinav speaker 1 was frequently trying to use the words and I, and he has been used multiple times, and our words like 4 times, and well 1 time, so 3 times, like 1 time. So most of the times he was using the word and multiple times. And the speaker 2, Kaushal, was also been using the word and 3 to 4 times as so this is the words he has been using multiple times. And coming to the evaluator, Dinesh, so So he was been using the R words as 16 times, and so and the word as 3 times, and by even and was been using multiple times. And Mahesh was using the and twice. I has been using the word I twice, and so once. So on the general evaluator Narayana, he has used the word our word as 8 times, and so word 3 times, and I. But these are the words which have been used multiple times. So coming to the table topics, Pooja, she has been used the word and twice, and so 1 time, and Renu used the word are twice, and she has been using multiple times, and Mahesh used the word and once, and but word 1 time. So this is the detailed report, Narayanan, as a part of our account.
Thank you. Thank you. Can I have the grammarian report, please, and the word of the day, idiom of the day repeat as well? Toastmaster Manikandan?
Shiva, you might want to stop sharing.
Is Manikandan on?
Left.
All right, that's fine. All right then. So that's it from the GE's desk. Let me hand it back to the club president for any closing comments as it may be. Toastmaster Shailu.
All right, as we are at the end of the meeting, Abhinav, can you please share the QR form? I request everyone to please vote for the best speaker and for this. Okay, so meanwhile, I would like to have the huge round of applause for our Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Ravindra, for taking the meeting so smoothly. And special thanks to Toastmaster Barnali and Toastmaster Abhinav for conducting this linkers meeting with Oracle Hyderabad Toastmasters Club. So kudos to both of you. So once done the and also I have seen Sai Akash has taken the role for the first time. Yes, Sai. So he has done also very well. And for the first time, it's really absolute fantastic. I encourage you to take more roles in the further meeting, especially Mahesh also just step in to take the roles. Just meet your mentor or meet any one of us to understand the role and all. I hope everyone voted. Abhinav? 12 people have voted till now. Okay. Okay. So do we have the results, please?
Okay, I'll announce the results. I hope everybody's voted already. The best speaker today goes to Toastmaster Kaushal. The best evaluator goes to Toastmaster Dinesh. The best evaluator speaker goes, there's a tie between Renu and Abhinav. The best role taker today goes to Toastmaster Barnali.
Okay, and congratulations to all the winners, and I hope you do well and well and well in the coming meetings as well. So that you don't have to do. I would like to hear the feedback from Rahul. Guest Rahul joined for the first time. Rahul, do you have any feedback for us?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, it was great to interact with the things. And yeah, I have read about how the Toastmaster goes on, but how does this meeting goes on. But yeah, attending it personally helped me to understand how exactly the things are. And yeah, definitely I'm looking for something more interactive participation for the next time, like as a guest speaker. Yeah, and it was a great, like, yeah, learned a lot of perspective about how the things being evaluated and how to present the things. Yeah. So it was a great learning for me. Yeah.
That's great. That's great.